Gora Andura, I say. Amama Seta. Ashidu Ashite Ashu Am vibrations, every baka. May your mind, bakas, and souls be old. May your amets be sound. May your bakas be leaven of ground. When we keep to the breath, the orth, the mothor, the seon, the soul of Ra guides and keeps you all. Ayanma, I say Ra, Ella E say El say Ra, I. Christ Ore Chaplain, Tata Amen Ra. I am truth awareness, true talk. Can be a part of the greatest transfer of Ma Elf. That's intelligence, Amenology to Ongodu. This is sound logic. And with all that being offered to you, being a fool is absolutely your choice. To Ray is Ray 1852. This is the Kagodora, the Mathorian Kagodora Rayleigh update report. So go to Google, go to Apple, download this Kagodora app, go to jesus.com, sign up, get access to the file. You can print it, you can display it, you can go to amenra.com, order, coming right to your door, along with some apparel, some hoodies, some toques. We got the winter line starting to build, so go wear what the devils fear. We got the books. Let's be a part of it. So to Ray, we got a 7, so that's an usher number on the gematria, on the numerology, occult scheme of things. Okay, they're going to use the number 7 to bring in new things, and it is falling on a Monday, which they've renumbered as the first day of their week. We have on, this is the commands, the origin of motion command codes. It is on. That means your life is getting breath. And that means with that, you have to give life breath. So the things that you are doing, they're going to get renewed energy from you, Ture, because you've gotten it, Ture. Because that's what the commands say. Now, like we like to do, we're going to find out what's happening or what's happened on the year 1852. So that way we can perhaps block any occult rituals that are trying to reunite, reset those circumstances in today's timeline. We're going to give Deep Sea Care an opportunity to give us some data. All right. Politics and war and governance. The rise of Napoleon III in France. This was arguably the most significant political event in Europe that year. Following the coup d'etat of 1851, Louis Napoleon Bonaparte, nephew of Napoleon I, officially ended the Second Republic. On December the 2nd, 1852, he was proclaimed Emperor Napoleon III. I just caught something. So in the year 1852, December the 2nd, he was proclaimed emperor. And so December the 2nd this year is scheduled to fall on 1867, which is the year the Civil War began. That became of the enactment of 1807. That Donald Trump this year, October the 7th, on 1807, wanted to reenact the Insurrection Act of 1807. So we have a clue onto what they might be doing. Like I said, any kind of event is no longer considered a black swan event. We are just getting the details of what was always planned, right? And so now we can also look in for some form of ushering in. Well, around December the 2nd, we'll look for any new characters, any new political authorities being named to the scene as one of the possibilities now. Okay? Uncle Tom's Cabin inflames tension in the U.S. While not political act itself, the publication of the Harriet Beecher Stowe novel Uncle Tom's Cabin in March 1852 was a seismic political and cultural event. Its powerful depiction of the horrors of slavery sold over 300,000 copies in the first year, galvanized the abolitionists movement in North, and hardened pro-slavery settlements in the South, pushing the nation closer to civil war. When President Lincoln met Stowe in 1862, he is often quoted saying, "So you're the little woman who wrote the book that started this great war." Okay, so again, all right, this is the season, for political manipulation in policies and laws and rule books. Okay, we see now that they're moving with the digital ID, and people have to be very clear, like, this is a certificate of verification. Okay, identification document. Okay, so that's COVID. Okay, so there's no sense having some kind of elaborate shit if it's not intended to verify that your soul is vacant, meaning you have been vaccinated. Okay, let's just make this very clear. Okay, very, very clear. That's what it's about. Okay, because draconians, these demons, these devils, have no authority, are unable to interface with souls. So they've created an environment that you have to certify yourself as soulless to participate in. Okay, you got that. So it may not be a focused black and white thing today. Okay, because the color black does not represent soul anymore. Okay, it's just as demonic as every other shit now. All right? The Sand River Convention in Southern Africa on January 17th, 1852, the United Kingdom signed the Sand River Convention with a group of Afrikaans-speaking immigrants called the Voortrekkers. The British government recognized the independence of Voortrekkers north of Vaal River. Science and technology, the first successful steam-powered fire engine. The invention of the gyroscope. French physicist Leon Foucault invented the gyroscope this year. He used it to demonstrate Earth's rotation, building on the famous Foucault's pendulum experiment in 1851. Culture and society, Uncle Tom's Cabin, we already did that. Other notable events: the Second Anglo-Burmese War ends. The war, which began in 1852, resulted in British East India Company annexing the province of Pegu. The HMS Birkenhead sinks on February the 26th. British troop ship HMS Birkenhead struck a rock and sank. In summary, 1852 was a year defined by political transformation in France, literal bombshell, and America. All right, so, we rebuke, we reject, we do not consent to any and all rituals and cults and activities and events that are intended to reconjure, resurrect, rekindle any past events that were in disagreement with sound, with Ra, with the souls of Orth that helped turn Orth into Earth This is Christ Ore Chaplain. This is the Mathorian Kagodora update. Let's get ready for number 8, 1853. Ma is coming. That's Mathor. The process begins once again. Ma-ah, ra-ah, shu-ah, ta-ah, say-ah, ba-ah, ka-ah, go-ah, do-ah, so-ah, re-ah, ed-ah, on-ah. 13 days coming, folks. 13 rays. Let's go. Go to Mathor.com. Go to Jesus.com and get the Mathorian Kagodora print. Okay? And go to Google, go to Apple, download the Kagodora app. I don't consent to draconian state, nor should you. Hashtag that in your posts. All right? Your thoughts. My thoughts are all spores that spawn intelligence. Identifungi.org. Your mental health is directly connected to your etheric compass. Reorientate to sound. Ba'am. Get all the access to erectionary, Ta'angodu sound logic, search engine, because the words of the dictionary die your erection, expand your Ta'angodu, because we speak motion. Let's go.